What's up, 8th grade? It's actually Monday here, but you guys are going to be seeing this Tuesday on the 17th. All right, so this is our last step we're going to learn for solving equations, all right? Well, there's more stuff, but out of the 5 steps on how to solve them, this is it, okay? So, this is it, getting your variables on one side of the problem. So if you take a look at this problem and I draw my line, there's an x on this side and there's an x on this side. All right? So we're still going to go through our steps like normal. And when we get to the variables on one side, I'll show you how to do that, okay? So step 1, parentheses. No parentheses, right? Step 2, like terms. Now remember, these have to be on the same side. This is what's important. This could throw us off. So these are like terms, but they're on different sides, so we can't combine them yet. So I look here, those two are unlike terms. Can't combine those. And those two are unlike terms. I can't combine those, okay? So we have no like terms. We have no parentheses. Now we want to get our variables on one side. And I always like to get rid of the letter that's on the right. It's just going to make your life easier, okay? It doesn't matter. You could do it either way, but it makes your life easier if you get rid of this one, okay? Now to do that, what we've been doing is we've been dividing by 6. But that doesn't get rid of the x. That only gets rid of the 6. So we can't do that here. So what we have to do is, this is a positive 6x. What I'm going to do is subtract 6x. And from everything we've learned in algebra, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. Now I can't subtract 6x here because that's an unlike term, but I can subtract it from this 8x. All right, so this is the new part. So our 6x minus 6x is nothing, it's gone. The 6 is gone and the x is gone. All I have left over here is 30. And over here I do 8x minus 6x. 2x. 2x minus 10 is 30. So now our variable is only on one side. We don't have a variable over here anymore. We got rid of it. All right? Not too hard to do. It's just another step in the problem. Okay? So we're at plus and minus. Those are gone, right? And multiply and divide. Right? X equals 20. Okay, so nothing too crazy or too new, but that is new. We were always dividing by 6, but that only gets rid of the 6, not the x. Like here, I divided by 2. The x stayed there, but the 2 went away. So we want to get rid of the 6 and the variable. So we have to subtract it or add it, okay? All right, so let's look at another one. Pause and rewind if you need to write that down. All right, so here's our problem. Negative 6x minus 28 equals negative 4x. Step 1, parentheses. There aren't none. Step 2, like terms on the same side. Those are not like terms. And there's only one thing over here. Step 3, get your variable on one side. All right, so I want to get rid of this negative 4x and put it over there, right? So since that's a minus 4x, remember we're not dividing, that only gets rid of the 4. We want to get rid of the 4 and the x. So I'm going to add 4x here. We do it to one side, we do it to the other, right? So these cancel out. There's nothing left on this side of the problem at all. Well, we can't have that. We have to have something over here. So I'm just going to hold the space with the 0 for now, since there's nothing over here at all. So negative 6 plus 4, different signs you subtract. Stronger signs of negative. So I have negative 2x minus 28 equals 0. So we got our variables on one side, the x is gone. I'm not going to put 0x here, just 0. There's nothing left there, okay? Back to the adding and subtracting. That's gone, right? And then now we're not getting rid of we're not going to add 2x here. We're back to doing what we normally do, multiply and divide. So we're going to divide by negative 2 just to get rid of the 2, right? So then I get x equals negative 14, right? All right. So I hope you guys are kind of getting the hang of these. Now let's look at one. It's a little bit more complicated. We'll do one with all 5 steps. Let's make a big messy problem, okay? Just for the heck of it. We'll see if this turns out. Hopefully it turns out. All right, so big, long, messy, hairy problem. Draw our line. Very important. It looks like a big mess that we can't solve, but we can because you guys know how to do everything in here, okay? So step 1, parentheses. Oh, we have something to do, right? And maybe we can get in the habit of doing this. 2 times 2x and 2 times 6, right? Remember that from 7th grade? So 2 times 2x is 4x, 2 times 6 is 12, then write out the whole rest of the problem. All right, we did step 1, parentheses, right? Step 2, look for like terms on the same side. Unlike terms, can't combine those. So we go to the other side of the wall. Yep, we have some like terms. We have this 4x and this negative 2x. Combine those two together because they're on the same side. Not this, it's on the other side of the wall. It's away from it. You're not looking at this yet. So 4 minus 2 is just 2x. Plus the 12 equals negative 7x minus 3. All right. So those are not like terms. Those are not like terms. Step 2 is done. Step 3. Get your variables on one side. We have an x here and an x here. I want to get rid of this minus 7x and do the opposite, add 7x. Yeah, I don't think this problem's going to work out, but that's okay. Those are gone. Now I have 9x plus 12 equals negative 3. Variables are on one side, right? There's only an x over here. X is gone over here. I didn't need to write the 0 because there's still a negative 3 over here. Subtract 12 from each side. Gone. Same signs we add. Keep the sign, right? I have 9x. Divide by 9. Let's see, do I have a calculator here? Or did I lose it? Looking around my messy classroom for my calculator, can't find it. Yep, I'm gonna have to do it by hand. $15 divided by 9, 1, 6, 0. So it's about 1.6. Negative divided by a positive is a negative. All right, so about negative 1.6. So this one had all 5 steps, right? Looks messy, looks hard, but it's just a bunch of little problems. If you think about it, the first step was just this little section here. The second step was just 4x minus 2x. Third step was just add 7x, right? Sorry, I might have just erased it. But so it's a bunch of easy steps all put together. Don't mess up the negatives and you'll be fine, all right? So we'll try some of these today and see how you guys do.